Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ultimo Gallows here, DIY Mississippi Filmworks. I know I said this would go up into September, but y'all know me, I ain't ever on time. I got a few questions in for my 200th video. I'm gonna do the first one. This is from Marvel Movie Man. He asked, what was my favorite match that I filmed? I appreciate the question, sir or ma'am. So since it says Marvel Movie Man, probably the male persuasion, but hey, if not, don't bother me. Man, that's hard to say. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna mention three. One of them is it's from Elevate Pros, quite a few years back. It was Steve Anthony versus Pentagon Jr. in, I think it was Chalmette, Louisiana, but it might have been Marrero. Amazing match. It's on the channel. And then the other two, this one is from 2019, if I remember right. It was APOC versus Nightmare Known as Jeremiah in just a bloody falls count anywhere. They fought all over the Civic Center, blood everywhere. They tore the ring up. It was, oh man, it was amazing. Just one of them, beat down brawls. And then my other favorite match, these are all tied. This is an SWA match. And, I haven't been to SWA in quite a while, and there's reasons for that, It's just, I don't know. The last few SWA shows I went to, I just wasn't enjoying myself. And if I'm not enjoying myself, I'm not going to the show. I mean, just straight up. That's the honest truth. It was Lucas Frost versus Alex Cruz, the first match in their, it was the second match in their series. Alex Cruz is now retired from wrestling. I've heard stories about why he retired, but I've never had it confirmed, so I'm not going to say shit. But, he retired from wrestling, and it was supposed to be a time limit draw. And Alex Cruz got a little too hyped up, was going a little too fast, and Frosty had to kind of slow him down. Great match. Now my other questions I got in, these all came in through email. Thank you to everybody who emailed. I got them in front of me. I did not write y'all's names down. I'm sorry. Who is my favorite independent wrestler that I see on a regular basis? Now this is a tough one. This is a really tough one because it's really hard to say. In-ring, skill-wise, it's going to be Steve Anthony. Dude can do anything. I mean, he's just amazing. And it blows my mind. The guy is, I want to say Steve's hit 40 now. So, he's not a young man anymore. He's like me. He's not a young man anymore. He could still do everything he could do 20 years ago. He's one of them guys that if he'd come around 10 years earlier or 10 years later, he'd be signed somewhere. I could see him in Ring of Honor, AEW, MLW. Hell, I could see him in WWE. I'd hate for him to go to WWE because I wouldn't get to see him as often, but, So, yeah, Steve Anthony, for ring-wise, for just charisma and the way they interact with the crowd, it's a two-way tie. It's going to be a two-way tie, honestly. That'd be APOC Adam Asher. He is one of the most nicest, sincere guys you ever meet. Go watch his interview on here. I mean, the guy just got in from his trip, sat his bags down, came over and did the interview, and thanked me multiple times. Man, thank you for the interview. No, thank you, sir. And the other one, and this is a recent discovery of mine, I've only got one of his matches up. I have another one that's going to be a little while, and I'm going to throw a plug in here. Some of y'all know I'm working now. I'm a co-host on the Friday episodes, and I'm going to start doing a little bit more with them of the King of Wrestling podcast, Brandon Turner. Sorry, I need a sip of drink there. But he's always pushing, Vladimir Koloff. He's like this is an old inside joke. He's like the fucker from hell when the fucker from hell was ranting about Sam Raimi and Evil Dead and owing us an Evil Dead 4, And I'm like, man, I don't get it. I've seen Vladimir. I've seen him on video. I'm like, okay, he's good, but why are you pushing him so much? He's good, but that's it. He's not great. Then I saw him live. Back in July, I remember it was July 11th, after my birthday. I went to Braxton, Mississippi with Jean-Paul LeBlanc of Four Corner Photography. And I got to see Vladimir live, and I see it. Now, dude is amazing live. Because as soon as he comes out of that curtain, he's interacting with the crowd, and the crowd hates him. They hate him. Matter of fact, at the last show I went to, a date when I'm filming this, it was Pro Wrestling 225, October 3rd, Tylertown, Mississippi, Tylertown Stampede. Vladimir came out, and he's walking around in, Russian, big old red, in the red with the sickle and all that, and the Russian flag, and they're playing, I want to say it's a Russian national anthem, I don't know. We didn't learn a lot about Russia when I was in school, because I was going to school when the Cold War was still going on, folks. Sorry about that. So we didn't learn a lot about it, Most of what I learned about Russia was from comic books and movies. And he's coming out and this one little kid ringside's going off on him. Vlad's just like, shut up. And the little kid starts crying. Well, Vlad goes to the other side of the ring. Comes back, sees the kid crying, sees up there, oh, what's up, cry baby, taunting him. The dude's dad, the little kid, and the kid was 4 or 5, gets up, wanting to fight Vlad. He gets up, and as soon as he gets up, he slips and falls back in his chair, and his pants start falling down. It was great. That's the kind of interaction I like seeing. If you can get somebody so mad they want to fight you, you're a damn good heel. All right, next question here. Oh, this is a good. You want a road story? Okay. I'm trying to think of a good road story I can tell. I got piles of them, but a lot of them I just can't tell them. Okay, I got a good one for you. This was Labor Day weekend, 2015, if I'm remembering right. I get a call from old Kobe Rutland, Bodyslam Media Productions. Look him up on YouTube. He's like, hey, John Paul and Ramp and Big Country Tommy Moore, rest in peace, sir. You're greatly missed. We're all going out to Dallas on the Friday before Labor Day for a VIP wrestling show. We've been invited out to film and do commentary and stuff. And then after that, we're driving to Lulu, Mississippi, which is North Mississippi. It's right on the river, right by Arkansas, for Hollywood Jimmy's Championship Wrestling up there. And they're going to have like Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee and Boogie Woogie Jimmy Valiant. I'm like, shit, man, Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, and Boogie Woogie? Hell yeah, I want to go. Now, Kobe, he was still in high school back then. I think he's in his senior year. Well, his mom gave him permission to miss a day of school because we had to leave Friday. God, I'm so sorry. I got to scratch your throat, y'all. So, JP and Ramp pick up me and Tommy, Big Country, at the gas station down the road from here. We get in JP's car and we're driving up there and we're cracking jokes on Kobe. Kobe, he's like everybody's little brother. We're cracking jokes on him. And, I need something in here. Boom. There we go. How's that look, everybody? I'm going to be talking about that in a minute. Well, Kobe had gotten used to hearing from me. It's back when my insomnia flared up bad. Like, hey, Kobe, I've been up for 42 hours. Oh, man, really? Hey, Kobe, I've been up for 55 hours. Yeah, I have chronic insomnia. I've been fighting this since I was 13. I'm in my mid-40s. I do take medication for it, but it don't always work. And there's times where I just don't sleep for a couple of days. Then I fall asleep, sleep 12 hours, boom, I'm refreshed. Well, you heard this, so we go out to Dallas. We get out there, and VIP wrestling was great. And I got to meet Keith Lee, he was even known. He was just known in Texas. Ray Rowe, who's now working for WWE as part of the Viking War Party, or whatever they're called. Ivar and Eric. I don't know which one's Ray Rowe. It's the one that's married to Sarah Logan. And like ACH, Barrett Brown, a lot of great talent on that show. Great show. The show's over about 10 o'clock. We get in the van, we're like, yeah, man, because we want to eat. And everybody goes, we want to eat at Waffle House. Fuck Denny's, fuck IHOP, we want Waffle House. Well, we see a Waffle House, we're like, man, that's going to be crowded. It's right by the arena, it's going to be crowded. Let's go a little way. So we're going down the road, and we see a sign, Waffle House here. So we pull off the interstate. We can't find a damn Waffle House, so we get back on the road, and we're driving some more. About another 30 minutes, and okay, cool, and by this time, we're all getting hungry, because nobody ate at the show. Nobody's eaten since probably lunch, and this is like 1 o'clock in the morning. We can't find a Waffle House, but we see a fucking, I want to say it was a Denny's, might have been an IHOP, it was probably a Denny's. And we're like, shit, I guess we're going to eat here. So we get off, we go in and eat. We get back in the car now. I don't know about y'all, but when I get through eating a big meal like that, I get sleepy. Well, everybody else gets sleepy. Kobe's driving, you got JP it's a big ass van. Kobe had a big ass, what we commonly refer to now as a rape van, but a big ass van. Kobe's driving, you got JP in the front passenger seat, he's navigating. Next thing you got Ramp and Big Country Tommy Moore. Matter of fact, Ramp, you still got my pillow, I bet. Ramp stole my pillow. I brought a pillow, and Ramp stole my pillow. Actually, I gave it to him. And I'm in the back seat. They put the tallest one in the back seat because I'm the most flexible. I got the most, I can bend. Well, we all doze off. Well, Kobe was being smart. He's driving. He gets off somewhere in Arkansas. We don't know because we're all asleep. To get gas. Gets gas. Gets back up on the interstate. Well, we're supposed to be getting into Lula about 8 o'clock in the morning. The plan was get into Lula, talk to Jimmy, see if we can get us a little discounted room. We need a room. We need a room for a couple of reasons. Number one, we all need a shower. We're like, we're going to get a room with like 2 beds. I was like, look, guys, I'll sleep on the floor. I don't give a fuck, We're going to crash out, and then the show don't start till 6. We'll crash, and get the room, just sleep, shower, get the feeling better, because everybody pack clothes. And here's the weird thing. Now, Kobe dresses very nicely, Rant dresses in suits. All these guys, I'm t-shirt and jeans, shorts and jeans, cut-offs. I'm kind of, I've been told I dress like a roadie for a 1994 Alice in Chains and Cypress Hill tour. I'm the only one to pack cologne. Well, like I said, we're all asleep. About 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I wake up to, what the fuck did they teach you in that fancy-ass private school your dad is paying so much for? Mississippi is east. Why would we be going west for 4 hours? Turns out when Kobe got off the interstate to get gas, we're almost in Mississippi. He, instead of heading east, when he got back on the interstate, he started heading west. We're back on the west side of Arkansas. So we get back in the van. We're at a rest stop, I think. Get back in the van. We start heading. We don't get to Lula till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're all groggy and shit. So it's like, okay, cool, you know, cool. I'm tired of that picture. Let's put something else up there. Boom. So we're like, all right, yeah, we'll deal with it. We get there, and the room's like $150 for one bed and a chair. I'm like, yeah, fuck this shit. Big country lays across a couple. We're in the ballroom, and another part of the story I got to tell. I could tell almost this whole story. We're walking out, and we didn't know we could park in the back, because I've done other shows in Louisville. We always park in the back. Now, Kobe at the time was 17, 18. All the rest of us are way past 21. Walking on, and we got all our gear and stuff, you know, cameras and video cameras and tables and all that shit, you know. I'm like, shit, man, we're going to have to get an escort, because we got to go across the casino floor to get to the ballroom. And Ramp's like, I got this. That security guard's female. So Ramp goes up there, he's flirting with the security guard. Like, hey, how you doing? My name's Big Ramp, you know. I'm a DJ, I'm a rapper, I'm a wrestling manager. He's flirting. We just walk right past her. No. Excuse me. Mind you, Kobe's in a suit. So he had a baby face, but he's in a suit. So we get in the ballroom. We kind of, Big Country Tommy Moore lays across the chairs, takes him a little nap. Kobe gets in the ring, I get in the ring, we play around, you know, we're goofing off, hitting the ropes, you know, and all that. And I got tennis shoes on. Kobe got dress shoes, so it looks kind of funny. He's in a suit and running the ring. Well, great show, show's over. I got surprised because the whole trip, I thought, man, I wish Tracy Smothers would be there. I want to meet Tracy Smothers. This is one of those trips where it's according to how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling tired and just don't feel like doing anything, I'll go sit in the locker room and hang out. But this one, I was kind of energetic, so I didn't go in the locker room. If I went back, I would know Tracy Smothers was there for a surprise run, and Tracy Smothers in the main event come running out in a dress with an ugly wig on and a purse and busted a bottle over Bill Dundee's head, talking about, I'm coming back next show. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's Tracy Smothers. Well, we're getting ready to leave, and we see Tracy Smothers, like, man, Mr. Smothers, you're one of my favorite wrestlers. I get a picture? Yeah, not a problem. So I hand my camera off to Big Country Tommy Moore, and he takes a picture of me and Tracy Smothers. He didn't check it. This picture looks like Bigfoot meeting the Loch Ness Monster if Michael J. Fox took the picture. It's blurry as hell, but I got a picture of Tracy Smothers, and it got rectified. I got another picture of Tracy a few years later when he came out and joined Kobe and I. We were doing commentary for, filming a commentary for Russell Birmingham. Well, I got a picture then, so, you know, I got to meet Tracy, and man, I'm not a praying type, but anybody out there watching this, if you are, please put Mr. Smothers in your prayers. His cancer's come back. He's in the hospital right now. It's not looking good. And, you know, when he passes, we're going to lose a great talent. But let me finish out the story. So show's over. We're heading out. And Kobe's now been up for like 36 hours. So we get in the van. And we're low on gas. We got to find a gas station. So we're heading down these 2-lane back roads in Lula. We pull into a gas station. Right when we pulling up, cop car pulls up, the lights blazing, the station's being robbed, so we can't get gas. They tell us there's one down the street. I'm like, hopefully we'll be able to get there. We get there, and I'm going to get out because I got to stretch my legs. I was like, hey, I'm going to buy drinks and snacks, what everybody want. JB's like, take Kobe in there with you. Okay. What it was is Kobe's dumb ass was so groggy, he was falling asleep at the wheel, so JP had me go in with Kobe, come back out, JP's at the wheel. He took over driving. And before we got out of that county, everybody in the van sound asleep except for me and JP. I'm in the back seat, he's up front driving, we're talking music the whole ride back. But great trip. Great memories, you know, I'm glad I got to go on that trip. Long ass road story there, ain't it? Alright, next question. Is there any wrestler you've run into that you've had issues with? Yes. You didn't ask me to name names, I'll name one name. Yes, there's been a couple that, you know, my whole thing is, if I do something that offends you, just come and tell me. A lot of times I don't realize it, you know. I'm older, certain things I'll phrase it a certain way and don't realize, you know, that it could offend somebody, and I apologize. Right, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know, you know, I won't do it again. And I've had that happen, and there's been a couple of shows where something I said on comment didn't offend, just pissed somebody off, and this person didn't have the balls to come say something to me to my face. All you gotta do, I've told everybody, yeah, come say something to me, we'll rectify it. Motherfucker. Sorry about that. That was my Aunt Gato calling, checking up on some stuff. Alright. Oh, didn't have the balls come say something to my face. Instead, sent a message through somebody to somebody else to tell me. Now, you know, I've always told a man, if you got an issue with another man, you come and say something to their face. You don't, or you sit and you call them or something. You don't pass a message on that way. So, but the one I'll name, Masada. Masada can go chew a 10-gallon bag of assholes. He's a piece of shit. I don't know how the hell he got popular. He pulled some shit, that VIP show I mentioned, he pulled some shit there that if I'd been the promoter, I wouldn't have paid him. I told him, get the fuck out of here. He pulled some bullshit, and I don't ever want to see the man again. Alright, I got one more question, and I'm going to put something else in here, make it look a little better. This is the last question here. Is there anybody that you see their show you like to have interviewed or filmed? Yeah, there's quite a few. The main one I'm going to mention, because he's passed now, was Kamala. One of the first shows I went to after I moved back to Mississippi. Oh yeah, I'm breaking kayfabe here, people. I do live in Mississippi, not Saltillo. Ha ha. I mean, come on. Listen to this accent. You can tell I'm from the South, not South Mexico. It was Extreme Outlaw Wrestling. It was October 30th, if I'm remembering right, 2010. Factory Furniture Outlet Storetown had an outdoor show. I went there. By then, I knew a few of the guys. Showed up early, hung out. Kamala was there. I got to talk to him for a few minutes. I would love to have gotten a chance to interview him and film his match. I was not filming matches then. I was just taking pictures. And, you know, he just passed recently. But I did contact Mr. He told me to call him James or Mr. James. I contacted Mr. James through email, and we talked, you know, 4 or 5 times a year. I get a little email from him. I'd send him one, you know, just seeing how everybody's doing. Really nice guy. Another great talent that we lost. But that's it. And you know what, to round this video out, because it's going to be a long-ass one, you know what, I'm going to end this here. But thank everybody. I'm over 200. If you're watching and you notice that a couple of days ago 2 matches went up and all of a sudden, boom, they were gone. I filmed and put up 2 matches from the Tylertown Stampede show from Pro Wrestling 225. It was Mustang Mike versus Dale Springs, which was opening match, and I filmed the bull rope match between Wild Thing and JTM. I did not know at the time that Pro Wrestling 225 releases their footage on YouTube and Facebook. The promoter got in touch with me and said, hey, would you mind taking them down? So after we release them, then you can put them right back up. Not a problem. I don't mind that. Matter of fact, I'm going to speak on something here. That's what I like. If a promoter contacts me and they're like that, I have no issue with it. Now, I'm not naming the name. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to name the name. Fuck this shit. He don't wrestle anymore. Alright, the Steve Anthony Pentagon match I talked about. Also on that show was Lucha Lacora versus Alex Cruz. I filmed the match. They were doing the wrestling fans know I'm talking about, the Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko 2-count series of falls from ECW. They were doing it. Lucha was doing amazing. Alex Cruz was botching everything because he worked too fast. The angle I was filming from, you could see him botching bad. Well, it's 2 days after the show. I've uploaded all but 1 match. And I'm sitting out on the pier on Hurricane Ronald Lake. I get a little message from Mr. Alex Cruz. Hey, how many matches did you film? Well, this one. The only thing I got left is the opening pole match. Well, I don't want a lot of the show up. That'll cause people not to come to the show up so quick. How about you take my... I was like, all right, cool. I just won't put the pole match up for a while. No, how about you take my match down and put the pole match up? Okay, yeah, you know, I didn't want to get and have heat between me and Elevate Pros. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that. I took his match down. I put the pole match up. Well, I'm not revealing any names unless somebody told me, yeah, you know why he said that. And I'm like, yeah, I figured he didn't want people seeing how bad he botched. It was horrible. So, yeah, that's another one where it's like, come on, man, really? You know, just all you had to do, and I put the match back up 2 months later. All you had to do is say, hey, man, look, your angle, you could tell I botched like a son of a bitch. Would you mind taking it down for a little while? Yeah, sure, not a problem. Would you mind taking it down and just not putting it back up? I'd be like, yeah, sure, not a problem. But you're going to lie to me and say that when Kobe was filmed every match and put them up within 2 days, you didn't say a word to him? Because from Kobe's angle, you couldn't see the botches. That's my whole thing. You be open with me, I'm open with you. You pull some little petty bullshit, you go on the shit list. Well, I'm out, everybody. And that's all I'll say. That I want to really, really praise the promoter of Pro 225. He was very open with me. Hey, you know, we just don't. If your stuff's up, people might not watch our stuff. Yeah, not a problem. Get your stuff up. Let me know. And he's like, as soon as our stuff is up, wait the next day, you can put yours back up. So those matches, they're still there. They're private. But he said about every week they put up 2 matches. So Mustang Mike match should go up real soon. When it does, boom, I'll throw up the next one. Well, I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. And, isn't this great? The camera ain't shaking, Thank you. I'm going to throw this out there. Thank you to Ox Haney for letting me know where this mount was for so cheap. Had to kind of Frankenstein it. That mount wouldn't clamp on my table here too good, so I used the mount on another thing I had, and boom, we got Steadicam now, baby. Well, I'm out. Hope everybody enjoyed that. And coming up this Saturday, Bayou Independent Wrestling. Let's have some fun. Brookhaven, Mississippi, October 10th. Tickets are $15 in advance at 601 Sports. Tickets are going to be on sale at 601 Sports until 1 p.m. Saturday. After that, you don't get them by then, you're going to be paying $20 at the door. It's outside in the rodeo arena, so open air, And masks are encouraged. I'll be there double mask. I'm going to have my lucha mask, and I'll have a bandana around my nose and my mouth, because I don't want to catch nothing. I'm going to be honest, I don't want to. I know if I catch the virus going around, odds of me surviving are really high. I have to take care of my elderly parents, and one of them, my father, has bad lungs from asbestosis, and if he gets it, he's dead. And I don't want to be the cause of my father's death. Straight up, so I'm protecting myself, and it ain't that bad. Come on, people. Wearing a mask is that bad. I got a mustache and a beard, and when I wear one, I sweat my ass off. But you know what? I'd rather sweat my ass off than know that because of something I did, because I was being too selfish, cause somebody to die. I'm in on that. Ooh, God, 20-some minutes. Thank you, everybody, sending in questions. I appreciate it. And I might do this again when I hit 300 videos, and how long that'll take. But howdy, everybody. Laters.